Because I know you're also good at that.
No, put the ball down.
All right, here we are, the final day. Everybody excited?
Yeah.
Sound excited. We can spend another like 4 weeks together if you want.
Sure. Yeah.
I know everybody would love that, right?
Golf lessons.
I would.
I would love that.
But okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. Okay? Putting, chipping, pitching, bump and runs, bunkers, flop shots. Everybody loves those, right?
Yeah.
Okay? And then pitch shots. Okay? So remember last time we met, last thing we worked on were those pitch shots. Does anybody remember really what the, other than working on the fundamentals of that shot because they are important, but anybody remember really why that was the last thing that we did before now today we move on to actually moving the club in its full motion? Anybody remember?
Why we did the flop shots?
No, why we did that 30-yard pitch shot? What the importance of that shot is? Not only being able to hit it.
For this one?
Yeah, to lead us into this shot. Based on the fact that we need to have a good setup, we need to be balanced, right, Sam? Okay. Everybody did good with those shots, nice and balanced, okay? But what we'll probably see today when we go and mold the club full, okay, based on strength, okay? You guys are younger, muscles haven't fully developed yet, so the weight of the club will sometimes take over on you a little bit, and we'll see you kind of get out of posture, out of balance. That's fine, we'll work on that, okay? But what I want to see is just being able to keep yourself balanced to that shot, okay? Now, we'll talk about that more when we start to work on your swings individually, but I want you to look at the ground and see my nice artistry or my graffiti work here. This is the opportunity for me to talk about the ball flight laws based on certain things that happen with that golf club. Okay, we're really going to focus on 3. Okay, there's 5. We're going to focus on 3. Okay, so you see all these lines drawn. Okay, the nice ones that go nice and straight off an angles, that represents a path. Okay, everybody knows what path is. Okay, that's how the club is going to be traveling the ball, whether it be from the outside, from the inside, straight down the line, what have you. Okay, now what a lot of people don't know is that path, whether it be from the outside in, straight down, or from the inside out, can produce 3 different shots. What do you think?
Fade, draw.
Okay. You got the names of them down, but really what happens? Like what would cause that?
The angle of the
This
face.
thing. Okay. So while you're standing there, I'm not going to take full swings. I'm just going to kind of point out some things. So if I was to take my setup and I'm going to try to hit a ball right at Sam, and I take a full swing, and if I'm able to come from just inside of that straight down line and come through with a nice square club face, I'm going to hit the ball nice and straight. Make sense? Square club face, square path, square ball flight. Okay. If I take that same path, and now I have the face maybe a little bit left, what's going to happen to my golf ball?
It's gonna go that way.
I'm going to hit a little bit of a pull. Everybody knows what a pull is, right? You're just missing a little left. The ball's not really going to have a bunch of tail on it, but it's going to just start left and just kind of hang there. Okay? Now I do the opposite, and I come from that nice square path, and now I have a slightly open club face in conformance to that path. What's going to happen to my golf ball? It's going to fade a little bit, okay? Now I'm going to hit a little push, right? Okay? Now, the common mistake. Does anybody know what the common mistake of most people when they go to hit a golf ball is?
Tap it.
Top it, okay? But the common swing fault.
Slowing down.
Okay. Good. But the common swing fault in most golfers is to do what we call swinging over the top, meaning I'm trying to hit a ball at Sam, and I throw the club out this way, and I come across that golf ball out to the path. So my target line's here, going right at Sam, and the club comes from this way. Okay. Now the club face is going to affect what happens with that golf ball ultimately. So if I do that, and I compound an outside in path, and the club face points straight left with that, where's the ball going to go?
It's gonna go that way.
It's going to go left.
Far
Okay?
left.
And it's going to actually have some spin on it, and it's going to go even further left. Okay? Opposite for Sean, we start to talk about outside in paths and left and into out paths. Sean's ball is going to go right, tail a little bit more right, because he's a left-hander, so it's just opposites. We just flip-flop things. Okay? Now we get the same thing. We get a out to in path, but we have the club face matching that perfectly. Ball still goes left, right? Or let's not say right, let's say correct. It goes left. It doesn't quite have a bunch of spin, so it gets pulled even harder. Okay? Ball goes left. You get that same path, but we come through with the club face open to that path. Not necessarily pointing way to the right, but it's open to that path. Now we're looking down to the golf ball.
It's gonna go straight.
Anybody see
What?
Everybody know what that? Anybody know what a banana ball is called? What it looks like? Everybody heard that term? Yeah. Starts left. It might end up back at your target.
It's hard.
Pretty ugly though.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of distance
I
from
do
that
that.
shot.
I
Okay.
do that.
All right. So now
McElroy.
consequently, we go from the other to
Fun.
the other extreme where we come from the inside and we swing. Everybody play baseball?
Yep.
Okay. Watch baseball, play baseball. Okay. So imagine now we're swinging more out to second base. For us right-handers, shortstop for Sean. Okay. The club goes out this way, swings from inside of us all the way out, and we keep the club face well open to that. Anybody see what gets that golf ball first? Yeah. What is that? What is that ugly shot called? What can happen with that?
It breaks your club.
Those Hazelrock, those shanks, right? Everybody wants to hear those words, right? But that's what can happen because the club face is open. It's coming from that direction. That part of the club's getting there first. But let's just say, for argument's sake, we hit it off the club face. Now the ball goes right and starts tailing right
It
too,
kills the
right?
person over there.
Okay. Now we take that same path and we just the club face and the path match up, but it is from inside out. Ball goes right, just kind of hangs there, doesn't it?
Hey.
Just a push.
Yeah.
That block, okay, we call it a block, okay? To the left for Sean. Okay? And now we get that same path, but then the club face turns aggressively,
Yeah.
and then is actually a little bit close to that. Then what do we get? Okay, but a kind of a reverse banana, but we actually get a better version of that. We get a ball that starts a little bit right, but has a draw stick. Wants to work its way right to left or left to right to Sean. Is that a better shot to see?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Looks a little
draws.
bit better, right? Okay. But we got to kind of account for that. So who knows? I mean, that could be a good shot, but it might not do exactly what we want it to do. But so there is our path, our club face angle, okay, and how that's affecting our ball flight. Okay. And there's other we can talk about steepness of attack, and we can talk about some other things, but we don't. We're just limiting to a couple. Okay. We're just limiting to path and club face angle. Okay. And just see how that affects things. Okay. So when you're out practicing, and if you ever take the opportunity to look down at your divots if you hit a bad shot, okay. Granted, in order for this to work, in order for this scenario to work, for you to know where your ball is going to go based on this, you have to have yourself lined up properly to a target. Okay. If we don't, we're flying blind. Okay. We don't even know. I could hit a bad shot as far as direction in my mind, maybe a bad shot. I was probably lined up over there. So that's think about back in our pitch shots. You two, we worked on alignment, right? And it worked out. Okay. Opposite between the two of you when we talk about how we kind of dig deeper into our swing paths. Because if say I'm lining up right, missing left, Will lining up right, missing right. Two different paths, two different club faces. Okay. So that's how it's kind of fun to see that in a shorter version. So hopefully it translates into what we do here. Okay.
Can you hit one?
I'm going to hit one. Okay, so I'm just going to go through a couple of these scenarios. So you guys can just kind of back out far enough away where I don't hit anybody. Okay, so you can see I've got my line drawn so that I will hit